This is a special edition of Late Night Health. I'm Mark Alyn. In the last couple of weeks, I've been getting a lot of comments about my skin. I've been told that I look younger, healthier, and probably more fun. And I can only say that because I have been taking a supplement called multi-collagen protein from CB Supplements, that's the reason. When I'm out and about and I look at young people, both men and women, and as we're heating up throughout the country and we see people wearing short shorts and they're back and tank tops, what's really interesting to me is that younger people seem to have a healthy glow about them with their skin. We're going to talk about skin today with our guest, Charlie Bales. He is the CEO and founder of CB Supplements, and their main supplement line currently, because they will be adding some others, I know they will be, is none other than collagen, and it's a special kind of collagen. We'll be talking about that. Charlie, welcome to Late Night Health.
Thanks so much for having me, Mark, and I agree, your skin does look fantastic.
Well, thank you it does. It's good. Listen, you've given me some samples. I've tried them. What is collagen, first of all, and how does it work for me?
Sure. So it's collagen is the most abundant protein in our bodies. When you're looking at somebody, like we're looking at each other, even through this video, we're looking at water, gas, and collagen. That's essentially what our bodies are made of when you distill it down to just the bolts of it. So it's a protein that makes up our bones, our tendons, our ligaments, our skin, obviously the biggest organ in our body, connective tissue, blood vessels, the lining of your small intestine, and of course, our hair, our fingernails. So a lot of things that we can see, the whites of our eyeballs, they're like 90% collagen. It's just kind of crazy that this protein that has kind of just recently become, a headline household topic. It's something that we've been consuming in our diets for years, if not forever.
Well, if we chicken and eat a little bit of the skin that people have told us not to eat, it's collagen, right? Meats of all kinds have it. And I can remember my mother taking collagen supplementation years ago when it's got to be 30 years ago, to make her nails stronger, right?
Yep.
So it's been around for a long time. Why is CB collagen, multi-collagen protein, different? And how did you get into it from the family business?
Sure. So I'll answer your first question first. Why is our product different? So most collagen products on the market are going to be a single source, and that source is going to be the cow. And it's going to be a product made from bovine, which is cow skin. Not to say that that's a bad product at all. We use bovine inside of our complex as well. However, I'll compare it to like eating all the vegetables in the vegetable garden or just eating broccoli. A healthy diet. Do you eat broccoli every single meal all day, every day? Sure, that would probably be healthy. It'd be great. However, what if you threw in some carrots and asparagus and spinach and squash and a purple potato, all the different kinds of vegetables that give you different minerals and vitamins, and just have a different profile of nutrients. It's the same thing with collagen. Most products are going to be that bovine type 1, type 3 collagen, where you're missing out on type 2 collagen, which is found in our joints, and it comes from chicken. So our product has beef collagen, chicken collagen, fish collagen, and eggshell membrane collagen. So 4 different animal sources are giving us 5 different types of collagen, which is why we're a multi-sourced, and really we call it a collagen complex, because we use a bone broth as a few ingredients. So beef bone broth and chicken bone broth, as opposed to just using the chicken bone or the chicken skin. When you're using a bone broth as an ingredient, you're going to get cartilage, you're going to get tendons and ligaments off of the bones, the skin, everything. And really all of that stuff can provide, I'm going to throw out some fancy words that people probably know some of them, like glucosamine, which is joint lubing material, proteoglycans and glycosaminoglycans. And our collagen offers a beautiful amino acid profile and bioactive peptides, which is just a couple amino acids together that can't really be found anywhere in nature.
So there's some science about that, and that's good. And your product is non-GMO, so there's no genetically modified material in there. And we're talking. Last time we talked, you told me you were coming out with a vegetarian or vegan formula as well.
So we actually, it's to say there's no such. Yeah, well, we get that question a lot. We get asked by the vegetarian or the vegan community, how can I take collagen? And the answer is you can't. There's really no such thing as a plant collagen or a vegan collagen. Collagen comes from animal flesh and animal skin and animal bones. So a vegan doesn't eat any part of the animal. So all these vegan collagen products out there, they're not vegan collagen. What they are is going to be, leafy green powder and blueberry seed powder and mushroom powder and a lot of things that are thrown together to help the body stimulate the production of collagen, but it's not actually giving the body collagen from another animal. So we will not be coming out with a vegan collagen anytime soon. One, because there's no such thing, but we might at some point come out with a collagen booster, which that's all that is. It's just, and you don't necessarily have to take that. You could just have a diet full of leafy greens and vegetables and certain fruits that are going to help with the collagen stimulation and the manufacturing that the body can do itself.
Well, it's a good thing that I brought that up, because I wasn't aware, and I'm sure a lot of people weren't aware, that there are no plant-based collagens.
Yeah, no, collagen is bones from an animal or you and I, or skin. And it's an unfortunate reality of the world of marketing that you can sell a vegan collagen supplement. That's not a real thing. It's a collagen enhancing supplement or a collagen boosting supplement, but you're not actually consuming collagen, because again, plants don't have collagen.
So if I'm taking collagen, this multi-collagen formula from CB Supplements, and you can go to cbsupplements.com, by the way. If I'm taking this, how does my body use that? Does my body break it down? Does my body utilize this differently than a collagen booster, and how?
Yeah, it's a really good question, and I'm gonna have to get into some science, so hopefully I don't lose people, but I'll try to talk slowly, right?
All right.
So when you consume when you consume protein in general, your body takes the protein and it breaks that down into amino acids, and then your body takes that amino acid and delivers it via our cholesterol or our HDL molecules and everything in the blood that's going to deliver these nutrients to where they need to go. So collagen, again, I'm not a doctor, so if I'm messing anything up, sorry, but I'm just giving you a super high level. I don't want to jump way down into the weeds. But anyway, when you consume collagen protein, as opposed to like eating a chicken breast, like muscle meat protein, that's what I'm going to compare against.
Sure.
The peptide chain in collagen, which a peptide, again, it's just 2 or 3 amino acids linked together. That peptide chain of collagen is different than anything else found in nature. And it has a high amount of glycine, leucine, proline, and then the hydroxyl prolines and the hydroxyl leucines those are the magic peptide, like the bioactive peptide chains that the body sees and goes, ooh, this is different. We're gonna start a different system, and we're gonna go fix and repair connective tissue. Where when you eat, a muscle meat, the body goes, oh, this is muscle meat. We're gonna go this direction and go fix and repair muscle and go do other things. But when it sees the amino acid profile or the amino acid peptide, the peptide chains of collagen, the body says, let's go fix and repair connective tissue. And that's a completely different process. That's why when you're taking our product over the past couple of weeks, your skin might look a little better, because the other things in your diet, it's not like it's going to hurt your skin, or you're not taking the things to help, but you're fighting, the fire with the actual fire truck as opposed to the hose in your garden, which isn't going to do a whole lot. But when you fight, the aging process with the right ingredients, and the body sees, let's go fix and repair connective tissue from those peptides in our product, it does it. This is why we have people tell us all the time, my digestion has improved, my knees don't hurt anymore, my skin looks better. That's why, because you're taking a product that the body sees, and it starts a completely different process of fixing and repairing connective tissue. Hopefully that didn't get too far in the weeds.
Right. No, I get it. And my real concern, my real thought here is that as we age, our knees, our joints tend to, weaken. Okay. Some people develop arthritis. You're not saying that this prevents arthritis, but you're saying that this can help relieve and reduce some joint pain?
Absolutely. You have to be careful with blanket fact statements in today's world. So of course, I'm never going to say anything like factual, like, oh yeah, this is going to happen. However, we have seen, and our customers have told us of their success stories. And everybody on our team has a success story from collagen. I ripped my arm in half pretty much in college. I was a collegiate football and baseball player, and my bicep just exploded one day because I had a rather large arm, and trying to throw a baseball after you look like a football player and you're super tight, that's a recipe for disaster. It was so bad I couldn't even hold my cell phone to my ear for longer than 5 seconds, where now I can hold my cell phone to my ear forever. I don't have that pain anymore, and I never had surgery. I did PT and I did other things where my arm is almost totally healed, and I'm 34 years old and like a washed up athlete now. So, there are some rejuvenating effects of our product. And we've heard the success stories of the, 60 plus year old woman who is going to have knee replacement surgery now walks every day because her knees feel great after taking our product. You can't say that, oh yeah, our product does that. But I will say that it's kind of common sense when you think, okay, if I know that the collagen manufacturing systems within our bodies are going to slow down once you reach about 25 or 30 years of age, they're going to decrease production by about 1 or 2% per year. And then in your 50s or 60s, they're going to decrease production by about 5 to 10% every year. And we know that a 30-year-old looks different than a 70-year-old. It makes sense to us. So if you'd like to slow that production, or if you'd like to increase that production, or have it slow down at a slower pace, again, it makes sense. Well, let me go eat the joint material of an animal. Let me go eat the skin of an animal to help myself. And that's what our product is.
How'd you get into it? I mean, you're also if I remember correctly, you're still surfing?
I don't surf as much anymore, but
you're running 2 companies. That's why.
Yeah, exactly. And I try to do CrossFit most mornings. That's my poison of choice, we'll call it, even though I love it. So, but why I started the company, it's actually, I know that if somebody's just listening to this, they can't see the picture behind me, but the angel behind me and the name Vivian, that's something that my daughter made. She's almost 8 years old now. And she's the reason why the company started. that when you become a parent, you start looking at health in a completely different manner. And, Vivian had some health struggles when she was a baby and a toddler, and she was just always sick, and she had respiratory illnesses, and they diagnosed her with asthma. And my wife and I are like, what gives? Why is this happening? And then we discovered, we didn't like the answers we were getting and the drugs that she was being put on. So we did what anybody else would do. So you turn to Google and you just start researching what's out there. And, then you find books that Dave Asprey writes, The Bulletproof Diet, and Mark Sisson writes The Primal Blueprint. And you find Abel James's podcast, The Fat Burning Man, where he interviews Kate Shanahan, Dr. Kate Shanahan, and she talks about vegetable oils. And so we just started changing our diet, and saw dramatic changes in Vivian's health and behavior. And collagen, I'll say that the puzzle of health, I think there's like 8 to 10 pieces of that puzzle for optimal health. Right. And collagen is one of those pieces. Collagen is not the silver bullet. I'm never going to tell somebody, take our product and you're going to automatically be healthy. That's not true. We do a lot of things to have a happy, healthy life. Collagen is a big piece of that. And when we saw the impacts on Vivian and what it had on her strengthening her immune system, she had her elbow pop out twice because she had weak joints. So now that doesn't happen, and she's a super strong kid. It got me thinking that, like, we need to create a business out of this to help other parents that are like us in the same situation, and just to help athletes. I wish I would have known what collagen was when I was 20. I might not have blown my arm up.
Got it.
So I mean, that's the short version of why the company exists. The company would not be here if I didn't have kids.
And the fact is, I mean, you have a company that you're also involved in, a family business, and so you're splitting your time between the two. How did your family, mom, dad, who's running the other side, how did they react to you saying, "Hey, guess what? I'm going into the collagen business"?
Completely supportive, really. I mean, there's 168 hours a week, and you kind of get to choose how you're going to spend them. You gotta work, you gotta provide for your family. You have to sleep. I think that sleep is one of those big pieces of the puzzle of health.
Absolutely.
And if that leaves 20 or 30 hours a week, I don't watch Netflix. I don't go out much. My life is
Are you saying, job. Yeah. Are you saying, Charlie, that you might be a little bit boring then? You can't even talk about movies or something?
It depends on the movie. I'm not going to watch anything scary. I like comedy, but
yeah, me too. I'm with you. With collagen, there's so many products out there.
Yeah.
Are there other multi-collagen products out there? Are you the first one?
There's a couple more. Dr. Axe, who I have a ton of respect for, and his book Eat Dirt was another game changer for me and set me down this path. His company Ancient Nutrition creates a very good product, a very good multi-collagen. Ours is very similar to his, and we're going to try to be a little cheaper than his so we can bring a better price to people. But also why our product is different from his is we have that NSF certification. Our product's NSF certified for sport. At least our unflavored is right now. And we're about a month or two away from getting our chocolate and vanilla NSF certified. And what that means is that our product has been tested and is clear of like 300 banned substances and has all the heavy metals that are at really low levels, or it's just non-existent in our product. And the product is like the nutrition facts have been verified by NSF. So when you have that certification, it's like the seal of approval that like, this is the cleanest, best product out there.
And you have others. You're gluten-free. You're good manufacturing process. You do this in the U.S.?
Yep. That's just outside of Atlanta.
Got it.
We're trying to support everything we can.
What are some of the other stories that you can tell us, just one or two in our remaining minutes, about some of the people who have been taking, I got to hold it this way, multi-collagen protein. I don't know, you were going to change, this is still the packaging, is it not?
Yeah, we'll have two different lines. We'll have the NSF certified line and then the non-NSF certified. So why we're doing that is because NSF takes forever and it's extremely expensive to do. And to meet demand, and really the non-NSF and the NSF, they're the same product. It's just we're spending money to get certain batches tested and verified. So, I don't need to get into the weeds on that. Just people know
Sure.
it's the same product for the most part. So yeah, the packaging, we'll have two different labels, but a couple of other stories. I'll tell you there are two things that we hear from our customers that buy our product over and over and over again that I love hearing. The first one is people say, yeah, I started taking your product and my digestive system started functioning properly. And people go to the bathroom on a schedule and they go normally, which makes me ask the question, you weren't before, really? And that wasn't a red flag. So, I mean, the digestive system, also called the second brain, that small intestine. I mean, we could do an entire podcast just about that. But what our product does is support the small intestine, because the lining of the small intestine is collagen. It's these little things called villi or villi, however you want to pronounce it. They're made of collagen. So when you take our product, in theory, it's going to help reinforce that process of your small intestine, where that's where your immune system lives. That's where all the bacteria that fights off all that crap in our food and everything else, that's where the war is happening. Our product helps that. So that's the biggest thing we hear, is that people get that digestive support. And then the second thing we hear is that people just feel good. I'll when somebody cancels their subscription to us, I might send them an email and I'm going to say, hey, is something, anything we can do, or any feedback for us? They're like, yeah, I just really didn't feel like your product did anything. And then they call back a month later and they're like, actually, I feel like crap. I felt really good when I was taking your product, so I want to restart it. That happens all the time.
That's
where
terrific.
where people just say that, I stopped taking your product for a week or two, and then I didn't feel good. So I started taking it and I felt good. And that can mean anything from joints feeling better, sleeping better at night, just feeling better and more vibrant and alive. That we hear that often. And that I love hearing it, because that means that people are actually seeing results. And of course they are, because our product's food. It's a real thing. It's something that the body needs and uses.
It just occurred to me, because this is food. Can I use this as a meal replacement?
Yeah, I mean that's how Dave Asprey really got started with the bulletproof diet, and I would say a step one to doing intermittent fasting, if you just can't skip breakfast or skip a meal, throw 2 scoops of collagen in a coffee, and you got 14 grams of protein that will sustain you for hours. Because again, another topic I could talk about forever is that protein is not energy. The body uses fat and carbohydrates to create energy. Protein is not that. Protein is a building block for your body. It breaks down into amino acids, like we talked about, and and the body does different functions. So yes, it can be used as a meal replacement. Absolutely.
Interesting. I have to try that. I've been skipping breakfast, not having lunch till about 10 to 11, and I get up relatively early, and trying to just cut down. Maybe have a little snack late at 3-4 o'clock before dinner, but really like the chocolate. The unflavored goes into usually juice or water for me, once or twice a day. It's terrific, guys. Check it out. Go to cbsupplements.com. That's cbsupplements.com. We have it up here on our screen for you, and you can even email Charlie if you want. He'll answer questions. Do you? Last but not least, do you have a medical support on your team?
We do, and that's a story in and of itself on how we got Dr. Kate. So if you heard me mention Abel James' podcast interviewing Dr. Kate Shanahan, long story short, Dr. Kate is our medical advisor for CB Supplements now. So she's overseeing our product formulation and all the literature we put on our website. Because really, our main goal with what we're doing is to just improve health for people. So if that means that you're not going to buy our product and you're just going to come to our website and read some of our material and become healthier, totally fine. We are very happy with that. We're not trying to take everybody's money. We're trying to get people healthy. So we have Dr. Kate overseeing all of that because, like I said, I'm not a doctor. I didn't go to school for that. I don't have that level of education, but she does. And she gives us that legitimacy and the justification for a lot of things that we're doing and saying. And it's really nice to have her as a part of our team.
Got it. Hey, we'll have to do this again. Okay. And I appreciate your time today. Again, go to cbsupplements.com. It's something that I've been using, and I think it's good. I have to start looking at joints. I don't have that many joint pains, thank goodness. And I just got checked, and I have almost no A-word arthritis in my joints, which is pretty good. Maybe that's because I didn't exercise and work them out when I was younger, and they're lasting longer. I don't know. Anyway, Charlie Bales, thank you very much for joining us. We really appreciate it. I'm Mark Alyn. Join us at latenighthealth.com, and we will see you soon. Bye-bye for now.